All right. Even though I've been talking about this over and over again, early morning revelation, I had right from wrong is I'm getting little pieces and it's coming back conversations. I ain't got time to explain really. I want to get this in the beginning. Right from wrong. These people don't, or whatever these things are, don't know right from wrong. And it's like that's why I keep saying it's like they're aliens or something. That guy right there, you could laugh. Maybe they're possessed demons. Maybe this is the end times. I don't know, because no one's supposed to know the exact time, right? But that's the clue. It says the exact time, but not the times. See what I'm saying? Like we don't know. We know it's soon, but not the exact time. Like it could be the next minute, the next second, or maybe years, but that would still be soon, right? And that's where the confusion maybe would come in, or maybe we nobody was supposed to know, but or if it is the exact time right now, and it still could be years, that's why he's letting us know that's how it's supposed to be, right? If you read Revelations and just the whole Bible in itself, because these people just don't know right from wrong. And what I mean specifically, even to this day, there's especially with the quarantine, right? The ones that I knew been known were gang stalkers. One of the reasons I started making this video, I still talk to them. One, because I need information, and two, I need to feed them information. Trust me, it goes to the top. I've seen it. Secondly, but since it's been such a long relationship, you still drift into normal conversation. You forget. All right, but then they'll trust me. They'll remind you who they are instantly. And it's in a normal situation. You would think, why would you think that? What you know better than that. Just to even think that, it's not even. See, that's what I'm saying. When you say stuff like that, it's and one thing you can't tell me I can do what I want. It's like they got misunderstood the word rights. Rights. I have my. It's not your right to do whatever you want. That's why we have laws and justice systems, because you can't do whatever you want. And it's not, nobody misunderstood that. But the Constitution said I have rights to do whatever in pursuit of happiness. If stealing cars makes me happy, we all know you can't do that. You know, uh, just shooting anybody who pisses you off. That makes you happy because they pissed you off. You feel satisfied. You can't do nothing. You can't do that. That's why we're, trying to, at least me, trying to get this thing legalized. Like that guy, that's attempted murder what you're doing. Because like I said, if I didn't know what was going on, I would think at first you would think it was normal, but with all of the stimuli they give you all day long, 24 hours a day, 365, you're not going to be the innocent person's not going to be able to handle it. You're going to attack somebody else or hurt yourself. And nobody is above it. Like I said, I just had the situation, two situations. I don't know what you want to call it, religious. Meaning, what I'm saying by religious, meaning in my well, hold up. See, like I said, there's attempted murder. Because yesterday I was playing, well, not yesterday, playing music off of my phone without my headphones. That's what he's doing. He's mocking me. He's a fucking, see, he just moved, put his shit in his pocket. Yeah, I should be able to shoot him because he's doing attempted murder right now. Like I said, I wouldn't understand all of this stimuli coming fucking in. And now he's trying to play it off like he's worried, maybe more worried about not being productive, and he has to get back to work, and he's doing it still. But anybody, you prepare yourself, especially you doing a physical job. I know I do. I bring my headphones, especially if I'm working even if I'm working in a warehouse where we're all, probably it doesn't matter. They'll let you play music. I've been there, but I'm still gonna just have my headphones because I know everybody doesn't like what I listen to. In a place like this where you got resonance, you wouldn't even think to do that. So anyway, like I said, he doesn't know right from wrong. You know, he just rolled his eye. He doesn't know right from wrong. Seriously, they do not know right, and they take it as you being right. They think it's remember I kept saying in the beginning, I didn't know exactly what to say. It's like it's a competition. Like you, okay, you were right, and that's remember. And I said it was going to be so easy to make these videos, but I couldn't pinpoint and put it in exact words. Why? Because and I didn't want to say it like I'm always right, you know, and I think I did say it, you know, because we know right from wrong. We were taught to be braggadocious. You know what happens to braggarts? Pride comes before a big fall. So we know all that. Well, most of us do. We were taught. That's why they started not teaching those things. Trust me. And these kids that their first generation, I would think they started that with was generation after ours. The 80s kids, 80s babies, people who were born in the 80s. Now they're in their 30s. So, you know, you really can't tell them anything. Because of this program, they've been given the right cushioning to think that they've been making the right decisions in their lives. And I hate that phrase. I don't know where that came from. See, because I remember decades ago, the first person I heard sounds like they make poor decisions, and this was after I had been in the military. I'm like, what are you talking about? And this was a civilian, never been in the military, talking about another dude. Maybe we grew up in the same neighborhood. We all had the same similar background, and this guy had made it out, you know, same way, not like the same way, but at the same time. I didn't know. I could say it probably was gang stalking way back then. I went off and did something, and they, you know, set this guy up. I didn't know that. You know, big time treachery on the friendship level. Because, like I said, I've always been happy for him. The main one I've been talking about, because I'm a world traveler. Yeah, I'm like, and you're the main one supporting this nonsense of racism. And we're being shot down in the streets. And he knows the same things I know about black on black crime. We literally seen it, been through it together. So how in the fuck are you talking about racism? Ain't no white folks ever came through our neighborhoods doing drive-bys. We ain't never seen that. We seen this. We seen, you know what I'm saying? We've been through all of that, back and forth, all of that shit. So how would you the main one, I would think, not be on white people's side, but just know not to fall for no okie doke. You ain't never been stupid before. The rope a dope from your own people. So back to the right from wrong, right? That's how I was wondering how they didn't, you know, how could you do that? Remember I kept saying I wouldn't have been able to do this even if they approached me. Even if I would have known it was wrong. And I kept coming up with different, but I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't put it in the correct phrases. I would just say I couldn't do that. Remember, I would come up with examples, you know, like cheating with a married woman, even if you don't even know the husband. Like you can't, you know, especially if it's a friend of yours, and they're not even married, but you know, it's just stuff you didn't do, right? You know, all the types of stuff, and not just about sex, just anything, you know. And it's supposed to be all these hood rules and shit, but y'all ain't following none of them in real life. Remember, because I keep saying to this very instant, it's like the niggas yesterday, they fake as fuck, and it's like I can't understand. I thought it was just, you know, pop culture. It is, but I thought it was just, you know, and I'm like, no, people's instincts would turn them off. This is way more deeper conditioning. Starts from a kid. That's why they changed all of the books that you read your infant or while a child is still in the belly. Seriously, it's not teaching. I remember I was saying all of those old fairy tales, and they replaced them with all different types of books. You think it was just more the writers trying to make money, and actually they like writing for kids. They like writing kids' books. No, remember now it's more about your feelings, more about your feelings getting hurt than learning lessons in life about right from wrong. See what I'm saying? Like this fool right here, this coward has no fucking no sense of right from wrong. You wouldn't do shit even to get paid. Oh, I had no choice. You know, that's why, you know, they started all that shit in the 80s with the drug trade. I had to feed my family. I had to do it. I had to do it. You know, I couldn't, you know, I'm a man. I had to do this. And that's what I'm saying. And I think they realized, people like me, you didn't even feel bad about getting a regular job. like I said, after seeing all that, all the way up through high school, I never once even regretted going in the military. Oh man, I could be free selling dope. I don't know how much money I can make. Instead of I'm making $800 a month. But hey, I'm like, shit, fuck it. I live in the barracks. I'm only 19 or 18, whatever the fuck. Yeah, you get hungry, but fuck it. That was part of the fun. At least with me, we just whatever. We hanging out after we get off work. You get up in the morning, do PT, run a couple miles. You're happy, because at that point it was a breeze. Even as a paratrooper, it was all of it was a snap. It wasn't like they was taking it easy. No, you had a standard. You can run 2 miles. That was an easy day, and it wasn't because you were happy because you couldn't handle the run. No, you handled all that damn near in your sleep. You just really wanted to go back to sleep. It was like extra. It gave you extra time between PT time and time to be to work. So we doing short data. Oh, okay. Whew. I go to PT. We do PT, get a shower, get breakfast, and maybe take a 30-minute nap before, got to be to work. That was it. And that was after you've been there for a while. You got a little bit older. When you was younger, when you first get there, you just wide open all day long. Just whatever. You go to sleep, get up, dip, might hang out a couple hours. After work, if it's a weekday, the weekdays or whatever, or you sitting in the barracks, whatever. Video games was, the new generation finally came out. Bought one of them the first day. It was a brand new PlayStation 1. Back then, it was just a PlayStation, Still had the Segas, the old Segas from the late 80s rather, and Nintendo sitting around. Somebody would bring one to with them, or go get it from home, once you're at your permanent party. And so but back to this right from wrong. They started the right and the reason is your sense of right from wrong, and you didn't even think about it. It wasn't. They don't teach. Did you notice in the 90s? That's really what it started in the 90s too, with the little kids. That's why you have adults defending bad actions with they have a reason to, act bad. All of that is connected all the way up to the highest Democrats, and those are the ones that we know that are part of this program, and Pelosi and Biden, but whoever's really in control, that was part. It isn't like they didn't they're not human. I don't get it. They don't understand the right from wrong. I mean, because like I said, I was speaking to one of them, and you could tell because they can't act. They're not good actors, so you could tell they're really serious. And so we was having a discussion about this thing, and it was, oh, you were right. Turns out you were right. This was just a couple of days ago, I would believe. And that kind of horrified me. I'm like, what are you talking? It's not about being right. That's what I'm saying. They think it's not about us being. And I bet with you people who are like us, you understand it. That's how you understand you're under attack. And it's not just a personal attack between you and that person. This is a fucking attack on your life. They're trying to make it, because they don't understand. I think they really don't understand. You're not trying to be right. You're just doing what's right. All of that shit that's been passed down, and that's not brainwash. You just know better. Those were lessons. So you see that, seeing how they're trying to eradicate all these lessons because they don't want people doing the right thing and standing up. But you can't stop that. And remember how I would say that even these people would agree with me, and it happens every time. And they would get the ones who especially know me and don't like me, or been following me and don't like it because they don't doing right. They get upset. And especially the younger ones, they'll think, oh, see, he always got to be right. And remember I said it was going to, and I couldn't understand it. They're not going to, and it just hit me just now. They don't think you're going to be trying to be all right all the time. And like I said, that's why it's going to be so easy to beat these people. You just follow your instincts and do what's right. You'll do what's right all the time. Like you were taught when you were a kid, a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old. But these people haven't been taught that. And I'm not going soft on them with some, it's not their fault. Trust me, they're going to get what's coming to them. Regardless, ignorance of the law is no excuse. I ain't even talking about the real law that's written, you know, just the U.S. justice system. No, I'm talking about all of these laws. And I didn't know the social contract, because like I said, you were taught all these things when your mama would slap your hand and tell you no. Like I said, you ignoring all of that, and you a grown ass man. No, there's there's gonna be no. Oh well, they didn't, like in a movie where a plague is happening and or a zombie movie, and well, there's still humans. And matter of fact, make it so bad. Same dude I'm talking about, right? You can say, well, this guy living rent free now because he calls me time to time, right? I know why. And I'm actually appalled. Like, why are you doing this? Why would you? I know. I haven't told or said anything, but he knows everything about the hospital stays, all of this. Not just because he was a gang stalker, but like I said, before all this stuff started. And I'm not like, I know. And one time, when I'm saying years ago, we was watching a zombie movie, one of the 2000 ones. And I was like, maybe it was I Legend. One of the ones where the hero was trying to find a cure instead of trying, it must have been our legend, instead of just killing all the zombies or whatever they were. And I said, well, I think you would have to, but he was like, no. And it's like he was really scared. That really confused me. Like, wait, like it was really going to happen. Like I would really just wipe him out, and it felt like he was thinking about himself. And you can say, well, it's because he was gang stalking you. He knew he deserved. He didn't know right from wrong, but he just knows his fear. He knows he's fucked up. See, they know that much. They know when they fucked up. They know what they got. Cause like I said, what me and this nigga been through, trust me, he know what comes out, and that part hasn't changed. So even in the hood, all that black on black shit, especially in the 80s, a lot of it was right from wrong. But how could they be selling that? I'm not going to debate with you. We're to the point where we're not debating. We're not debating this right from wrong shit. Not debating it until it's past the point. You attacked us. This is a fucking attack. So anyway, the person said, yeah, you were right. And I'm like, how could you think that? Even though I've known all this time, especially now, I knew from the beginning when I first started getting help. But especially now, you have to know that I know you're still calling and doing this shit, trying to run these attacks on me to this day, to this very instant. And it's appalling. It's not because I'm like, oh, I'm so afraid of them. No, there's just you see how high it is in our system, in the United States. What they tried to do, the spying. What these idiots are doing now, what they do with my communications. And I shouldn't have to go off the grid and stop using technology. I'm not doing all that, I ain't doing all that. I'm not from the fucking country. I shouldn't have to. Like I said, right from wrong. I shouldn't have to leave. You know what I'm saying? But you attacking us, other people, you should know you gonna have to leave because you're gonna have to flee for your fucking life. You're gonna be a fugitive. You're gonna be a fucking fugitive since you don't know right from wrong. And like I said, they would set up these accidents when they hit me, and everybody at the scene, including the cop responding, they're gang stalkers. Everybody turns to my side. Everybody, and it's not sympathy or pity, nothing at all. I promise you, I see it in their eyes. It's none of that. You're right. You're right. You're right. And it's not even if they set it up where during the crash report it's going to end up my fault. Nope, you're right. They just set it up like that. But they won't say that, but they'll just agree with me. And I couldn't, you didn't want to say, well, I'm always right. And I couldn't figure out, how is that so easy? That's why I kept telling y'all, it's so fucking easy to beat these people. And it is, they don't know right from wrong. I'm going to start another video so I could keep it at, it's going to be a lot on this subject. Plus, I don't, want to make this one super long. I want to get this shit out at the beginning.